Imagine there are only two types of people in the world. One who are aggressive, who tend to be very pushy, very vocal, always believe it's their right away, and perhaps less sensitive to the needs of others. And the second one being the more permissive type, who tend to avoid confrontation, find it difficult to say no, tend to be withdrawn, and for them, harmony is more important in a relationship than speaking their mind. Now, most leaders I work with generally fall into one of these two categories, although at sort of different spots on the spectrum. And if you had to pick one, I wonder which one would you say you naturally belong to? Now, when it comes to relationships, both these personality types have their own challenges. The aggressive one, while may get their way many a time, tend to dominate in a relationship and kind of less likable. The permissive ones, on the other hand, don't end up expressing themselves fully, and often their needs are not met, and they kind of feel like victims in a relationship and then withdraw. They also tend to be more sensitive and get hurt easily, and all of this affects their ability to form deeper relationships. The key insight is that you don't have to be stuck in one of these two categories. There is a healthier middle ground possible, where we blend in the positives of both sides. And that's the place that I call being assertive and authentic. In that space, you are firm and polite. You have a clear point of view, and you are also respectful of other people's point of view. You are sensitive enough to not say anything that may hurt someone, and at the same time, you are authentic enough to express yourself fully. It's kind of a delicate balance, but it directly affects the quality of relationships that you form. And if you're a leader, when you move to this assertive and authentic place, you indirectly also support other colleagues, particularly your team members, to move to the middle ground as well. I'll give you an example. Let's say there's an aggressive leader and a permissive team member. Chances are that this team member finds a leader intimidating, and as a result is uncomfortable speaking up their mind or expressing themselves fully or bringing up bad news. But when the leader chooses to tone down their aggression and move from the sort of aggressive stance to a more assertive and authentic space, it's likely that the team member feels comfortable enough now to open up, to be less reserved, to share ideas more freely. Likewise, let's assume there is a permissive leader and an aggressive team member. It's possible that this leader finds holding such a team member accountable quite challenging. But when the leader gathers the courage to be more assertive, more direct in his or her communication, this team member is bound to fall in line. And learning to be assertive and authentic, and thereby enjoying deeper relationships, is very much a part of what inside-out leadership is about.